Okay, I'm looking at this. It is down here, the horse America throwing his master. So one of the first things I want to look at is I know that the horse here is called America, so that's a metaphorical, reference to the country of America. And then throwing his master. So when I think about that, I know it's this guy. He's being thrown by the horse. And when I look at him, I know that probably it's King George III. Okay, so King George III being the master. Now, it doesn't have to be King George III. It could be like the British Empire or something like that. But I'm kind of thinking, well, it probably is King George III instead of just the whole idea of the British Empire. So when I look at that, I notice that King George III is holding something, and that's this kind of weapony thing here. And so if I think about, well, if I were to hit a horse with that, like appears to be happening in this picture, then that would make the horse mad. So I know it's not real weapons, but it's something that's making America mad. And when I think about what's making America mad, I can think about different kinds of taxes. And then that's without representation. And then there's other things like some of those acts, like the Quartering Act and the after the Boston Tea Party, there was a coercive and the intolerable acts. And so those kinds of things are, making the colonists angry. And I look at this guy in the background. There's a couple things that I can kind of notice about him. I can kind of zoom in on him. And so I do notice that what he's got in his hand is the fleur-de-lis. So I know that he's probably French. And so when I look at this, I don't know much about him. It could be a reference to Marquis de Lafayette, or it could be a reference to just the French aid and help that helped America to throw off England or King George III as their ruler.